All right, you guys. So in this video, we are going to get you started with creating your blog. And so the first thing that we're going to get started with is getting hosting, getting your domain name, and installing WordPress. But there's just a couple of quick things that I want to cover first. Now, one of the questions that I get asked a lot is, Johnny, why can't I just use, a free blogging platform like Blogger or Wix or Squarespace? And so what you need to understand is that you're going to be building a real business here, right? You need to really set aside your own piece of online real estate, your very own corner on the internet. And there's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, you have to think about the message that it sends to your potential customer, right? What's going to look more professional? http://www.janefaber.blogspot.com or janefaber.com. Definitely the second one, right? It's going to let your customers know that, you're serious. You are a serious business owner and you know what you're talking about and you're coming from a place of authority and knowledge. The second reason is that you can control your own content, right? When you use a free blogging platform, you don't really own your blog. The owners of that platform can really shut your website down anytime they want to if, maybe they don't agree with what your content says. And some of these platforms don't even allow you to link to an opt-in page. And so you're not even going to be able to collect leads. And getting leads and sales from your website is really the main objective here, right? It's how you're going to make money. So you have to keep in mind, you're building a real business here, right? And so just like with any other business, there are going to be some expenses. There's going to be some tools that you need to actually build your brand and to actually build a real business that makes you money. The only difference between this business and any other type of traditional brick and mortar business is that our expenses are just going to be absolutely tiny. A traditional business requires thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started. And so, I just want to lay it all down here. I want to explain to you exactly what your monthly expenses are going to be, so that way you know exactly what you're getting into and you know what you'll have to budget for. Now, I've said it before, I believe in keeping costs down. I believe in building a very lean business, so that way you don't have to stress about the money and you can just focus on getting leads, getting sales, and just making money and building your business. So here's exactly what your monthly expenses are going to be. You're going to need website hosting, you're going to need a domain, and an autoresponder. So an autoresponder is basically a database where you're going to store the email addresses of the leads that you get from your blog. So I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, it is going to. We're going to cover that later on in this bootcamp. And you can also use this autoresponder to very easily send an email to every single subscriber that you have. So as your business grows, and let's say, 5 years down the road, you've got a list of like 10,000 people. Well, you can use your autoresponder service to send out an email, and that email is going to go out to every one of those 10,000 people. So this is a very crucial and critical tool that you absolutely need to have in your business. It's absolutely necessary. And so you want to make sure that you really use the right one, the right service. And the one that I'm going to recommend is going to run you $20 a month. And then you're going to need hosting, and that's going to cost you under $4 a month. And the domain name is going to be around $10 a year. So your monthly expenses are going to end up being like $25 a month. Now, if you're using my training to build an MLM business, maybe you're selling your own products, or maybe you're an affiliate for something else. This is going to work for you either way. It doesn't matter. But if you are in MLM, network marketing, then you know that your auto ship alone costs you 10 times the monthly cost of these tools, right? So $25 a month is really a very small price to pay for a business that you can run from your home computer. Now, I don't know whether you've had a chance to really look around my blog, my own personal website, but this is what the finished product is going to look like once we're done. We are going to create your website to look exactly like mine. And, if you do want to customize things down the road to kind of personalize things, just add your own feel to it, that is perfectly fine. But I would recommend that for now, just follow the steps that I'm going to take you through. So with all that being said, let's get into the setup process. So the very first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get your web hosting set up. Now, a web host is basically where your actual files are going to be stored, right? The files that make up your website. It's going to be like your, basically like your hard drive on the internet. So any blog articles that you write, any images that you put up on your website, these are all going to be stored with your hosting provider. And it's what's going to make it possible for people all over the world to actually see your website. Now, I've used a couple of different web hosts in the past, and Bluehost for me has been the most reliable by far. Their technical support is absolutely awesome. And I found that if you ever have any type of issue with your site, all you have to do is you just call them up and they'll walk you through exactly how to fix whatever it is that's happening. So what you're going to need to do is go ahead and click the link below this video, and that's going to take you to the Bluehost sign up page. And then we're just going to go and click on Get Started Now. Now, when you're just getting started, you don't really need these more advanced packages over here. Basically, all you need for now is just this $3.95 a month package. So let's go ahead and select that package. Now on this page is where you're going to choose your domain name. One of the best things about Bluehost is that they actually include a domain name for completely free when you go with their hosting. And this is very important to me because it makes setup very simple, right? You don't have to worry about pointing name servers and getting a domain from a different vendor and all that kind of techie stuff. And that was very good for me personally because when I first started out, I didn't know much at all. And really, I still don't when it comes to all the technical knowledge, right? And you don't need to know that kind of stuff either in order to build an online business. I just know what I need to know. And so if I can do this business, then you definitely can too. So let's go ahead and fill this out. Now, I would recommend using your own name because that's really going to serve to brand you as an authority and a thought leader online. Now, you may need to try a couple of different variations and things until you actually find one that's not taken, right? Like for myself, johnnyfriesen.com was already taken, and so I ended up going with meetjohnnyfriesen.com. So for this demonstration, I am going to use my personal name, but since I already know that johnnyfriesen.com is taken, I think I am going to try .net. We'll see if that one's taken. Let's put my name in here. And hit next. All right, so it looks like that one was actually available. And so now we're going to go ahead and fill out the information on this page here. Now, you're going to have a couple of options here as far as your account plan goes. And personally, I would just go with the this $3.95 a month one right here. For now, you really don't need anything more than that. And there's going to be a couple more options down here. Personally, I don't think that you need any of it for now. Once your business starts to grow and you've got a fair number of people coming to your website and you're actually starting to make some money, then I would recommend getting some of this upgraded security. But for now, you should be just perfectly fine like this. So then you are going to fill out your billing information down here, agree to the terms of service, and hit submit. And so once you're all set up, then Bluehost is actually going to send you an email with your login information, and then you can go ahead and log into your back office inside of Bluehost. So let's just go and log into my own account here. I'm going to hit log in. So once you're all logged in, it's you're going to be taken to a page that looks something like this. And you're going to see a whole bunch of fancy looking icons and options. And it might look a little bit overwhelming at first, but you don't need any of it, especially if you're a non-techie like I am. You are never going to need to worry about any of this fancy techie stuff. Your next step is actually going to be to click on website up on the top bar here. And that is going to take you to a page that is going to look like this. And so this is where we're actually going to install WordPress, which is going to be our actual blogging platform. So let's go ahead and click on Install Now under WordPress here. And then you're going to choose which domain you want to install WordPress on. Now, you're obviously only going to have one to choose from here probably, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use agreeneffect.com. And then we are going to click on Next. And so here you're just going to choose your site name or title. And so I'm just going to enter my name for now. My email address. My admin username. We'll just do my first name and your password. And then we're going to go ahead and click Next. And so once this is done installing, then you should be getting another email from WordPress with your login information. So once this is done, then I'm going to go and check my email and grab that information. And there it is. So now let's just go and check out our brand new website here. So we're going to go and click on Admin Login. And then this here is going to be the login information that you use to log into the back office of your website. That, enter my password. I'm going to hit remember me and we're going to log into here. And so for the future, when you want to log into the back office of your blog here, all you have to do is type in your web address up here. So www.yourname.com/wp-admin. And that's going to take you to this back office right here. So once you are also logged into the back office of your website, then you're going to see a whole bunch of options on the left-hand side here. So Bluehost, Jetpack, Dashboard, Posts, Media, Pages, Comments, WP Forms, Appearance, Plugins, Users, Tools, Settings, Insights, and Collapse Menu. And so in the next couple of tutorials, we're going to actually start going through some of this stuff and get you all set up and customized. So I hope that you didn't just watch this video, right? My hope is that you actually went through the steps with me, so that way in the next video you can continue to just follow along and you're actually going to be able to see me start building this website from complete scratch. So if you are watching this video on YouTube, then be sure to actually subscribe to my Internet Marketing Bootcamp training. And if you actually are in the bootcamp training right now, then you can go ahead and move along to the next video, and I will see you there.